How's it going, everybody? Half Ton Tim here at Gander RV in Hamburg, Pennsylvania. I'm in front of a fifth wheel cameo and a Mallard travel trailer. Today I'm going to be going over setup tips for your rig. I'm going to start with the basics, such as you've already practiced backing it up before you left, so you back into your spot. But you have 4 slides on the cameo, 1 on the Mallard. So the thing about that is you could be next to a post, a tree, a fence, where your slides might impact. So what I suggest, get a stick, broom handles, branch, keep it with you after you cut it to an inch past your slide. So the benefit to that is, all you have to do before you even extend the slides, to make sure you have room for each one, is pop out the stick, hold it up, and you're good to go. You can either use one stick for all slides, just use the longest, or you can label each stick with the slide it's meant for. Most commonly, you'll need one, do the longest slide, and match it up to every one. So that's number one. That way you don't crunch a slide. You'll know quick whether you have to get back in your truck and back up. And if you have 2 people, which you should when you're packing up into a spot, that person can just hop out, measure everything. As long as everything's good to go, you don't gotta get out of your truck. So also, when you're backing in, be aware of the branches up top, because some of the trailers are high. Your ACs stick up as well. Now, before you even put out your slides, you want to measure and then pull onto your leveling blocks. Helps you set up. You need to be even for your fridge and everything to work properly. But the leveling blocks make setup a lot quicker and a lot more manageable. It shortens the time immensely rather than trying to use odd-shaped pieces of wood or even cinder blocks I've seen, which I don't suggest. Definitely do not recommend that at all. Now, if it's not an auto leveler like this fifth wheel, most travel trailers aren't. There's only a few high-end ones that actually auto level, and they have to be huge at that. Carry a level with you. Put it in the center inside and work it from there while you're raising your stabilizers. Your stabilizers are meant to hit the ground and keep you sturdy. They're not meant to raise it up immensely and hold the tires off the ground. Now, I just mentioned tires. You want to use wheel chocks on all your units anytime you unhook it from your truck, even when you hook it to your truck. Well, you're hooking it to your truck, I should say, sorry. Secondly, you want to carry RV electrical adapters. So if you have a 50 amp and your campsite only has 30, you want to have a 50 to 30 amp. I'd also suggest one to a 12 volt as well. That way you can plug in your fridge and cool it up the night before. If you cool it down the night before, like I said, you can put already frozen stuff in there to cool it quicker. Don't put anything warm or semi-cold in there. It'll take a lot longer. Now, you also want to carry an extension cord for your unit, because not all hookups are close by to where you actually put your trailer. I've run into some situations where I'm 25 feet from the trailer, my cord's only 10 or 15, sorry, and then I'm out of luck. So I always carried at least a 20-foot extension cord. All your cords, coil them up, keep them nice and organized. It makes it, when you leave, a lot neater, as well as less trip over. If you're accident prone like myself, it'll prevent injuries, hence the first aid kit. So when you do plug it into shore power too, I always recommend a surge protector. surge protector is a lot less expensive to replace rather than all the appliances in your camper if you get a power surge. Personally, on my fifth wheel, I use a battery booster, a surge booster. It basically maintains the voltage, keeps it a lot more steady, and it's better for the RV park in general because you don't get the spikes, the highs, the lows. It ends up working out for everybody. One of the last things I'm going to talk about, thankfully, I'm pretty short. I'm 5'7", pretty wide. But in this case, my height on this Cameo, I got about an inch before I'm smacking my head. If you're taller than 5'7", I'd say even 5'4", you gotta load that propane. You're tall, you gotta crunch down, haul this semi-heavy tank into a spot. You're either gonna crack your head going into your storage, or redoing your propane, or getting your front access to your front storage. So what I do, I put the little pool noodles on the slide. So if I do hit it with my head, I'm not gashing it open, I'm not cracking my head, it doesn't hurt. I also use that trick inside, which I will go over. So, water. When you hook up the water, keep your water hose separate from your black tank flush. Your black tank flush hose can be a regular garden hose, and you can use it to spray down pretty much anything. Just do not use a water for your water hose. The water hoses are made of special materials, and it's not exactly sanitary. On your water hose, I suggest having a filter. A filter not only makes your campground water taste better, but it filters out the sediments, and you don't get all that gunk sitting in the bottom of your tanks when it goes down your drains. Makes it a lot easier to maintain your camper and a lot easier life on you because you don't got to haul around a separate container of water as well. When you get there, you want to turn on your water heater there so you have access to hot water. The electric will take longer than the heat up the propane. You can have both on at once while you're taking a shower to boost the recharge rate. 15 gallons plus on average. If it's a 6-gallon water heater, on most models, that's, like I said, the average. So you can set up your pet area next. They're going to need a spot to go to the bathroom, to stay contained. It will help you for when you're inside getting everything unpacked, or ready for living, I should say. You don't want to leave your awning out overnight. Personally, down in South Carolina, there was really heavy windstorms and it tear it right off. So every night it came in. In my case, it was a manual awning, so it didn't get put out much at that. But most of our campers are going to be press of a button, turns on the lights for the awning, so you don't got to hang lights, and a flip of a switch extends the awning in and out. A lot quicker, but put that out in the beginning, make sure you have clearance there, and then put down a mat right outside so you're not tracking dirt into your camper. Don't ever leave trash outside at your campsite. It's not proper, as well as it can attract some animals. Lastly, if you're in the Mallard, you got a doodle board on the fridge. But if you're in anything else, just write down somewhere on a piece of paper the office number, your location, lot number, and if you have a pet, I'd search the quickest emergency vet in the area just to be safe. Write that all where everybody can see it, or keep that where everybody knows it's at. That's pretty much it for the setup of your fifth wheel or Mallard. The fifth wheel has auto leveling. The Mallard is just power stabilizers. So just be aware of what I said before. And on the Mallard, you're going to need at least 15-inch wheel chocks if you get the ones that go in between the tires. Again, I'm Half Ton Tim, just giving you some helpful RV setup tips. If you think I could add one, let me know and I'll put it on my list. Have a great day, folks.